of Khona Cafe. Oscar, thank you so much for your time. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Tumi.
Now, how did you come about this idea for a Khona Cafe? Very, very interesting, if I have to say so myself.
Yeah, I think the idea came about when I had a desktop computer at home that was lying unused that I decided to go place in a friend's container hair salon. And quickly the interest grew from having the access point there because it was quite convenient for people within the community. And we quickly had to increase our uptake where we were able to acquire basically computing equipment that was one of the institutions in the Western Cape was getting rid of. And we quickly bought about 2 extra machines, and we were able to acquire a second-hand printer via online purchasing. And then we basically set it up in the same hair salon container where the space was shared. And I must admit, quickly the internet component in the access point grew quickly and surpassing the hair salon space that we shared, where we actually went out of our way to go get our own shipping container, where out of the shipping container we completely kitted it out, making use of computers that were classified as redundant by corporates or tertiary institutions, and we enlisted a few service providers with essential services like printers and faxing and those type of machines, and we placed it in a strategic location where people would have access points to start engaging with getting internet access, getting to print, getting to get onto their social media accounts and stuff like that. And since then, it's snowballed, and to what we have now is 3 to 4 access spaces within townships, within the Cape Town communities.
Now, Oscar, are young people in Cape Town exposed to enough internet, in your opinion?
I think not only in Cape Town, I think countrywide, especially in our previously disadvantaged communities, there can never be enough. I think in this day and age, where it's going to be, or it actually is, access to technology is viewed as a common practice by other communities. Yet, if you go to previously disadvantaged communities, you are in an environment essentially where you got to take a taxi that might cost you 7 rand to go make a copy that might cost you 50 cents or 1 rand. So that's the type of environment where we're living in, where the access points are not enough. They're very limited, and when kids have gone to school, those who go to multiracial schools, when they come back to their communities where they live, there aren't any access points where they can do their projects and stuff like that after hours or over weekends. So there's definitely a need and a space that not only within the Western Cape, as I've said, just across the country.
Not only are you trying to bridge this gap, this digital divide between disadvantaged communities and the internet space, but I understand you also have a kiddies training. Please tell me more about that.
Yeah, we also are running a kiddies training program. The kiddies training program, essentially, it's during the week, the outlets get busy with your foot traffic and various people coming in looking for jobs and all those type of things. However, over weekends, these activities die down, and there's not as much traffic as you get normally in the week. So over weekends, we've noticed that there's not really any meaningful activities for the kids to engage in. So we've sort of converted these spaces into kiddies training access spaces where kids can have an understanding what a mouse is, what a keyboard is, what storage devices are, and for them to start having a feel at a very tender age as to what computers and what the world of connectivity is all about.
And what do you think what do you think are the opportunities that, kids can acquire just from being exposed to the internet and knowing how to, do basic things like, using a mouse, knowing how to use a keyboard, knowing how to type with a QWERTY, typing criteria?
Yeah, I think there's massive that kids can take out as value. I think they can have an understanding that you can learn. I think that the content available online is quite massive when they do their research projects, because what you tend to find, they come with schoolwork and they don't really have an inkling or an understanding as to how am I going to get this information. So you try and expose them and tell them that actually computers makes the world smaller, and it makes the wealth of knowledge that is out there easily and conveniently accessible, and that these tools and these devices are input devices, are output devices that enable to empower the child to be able to access information and for them to participate in a platform that traditionally kids wouldn't participate in over weekends and stuff like that.
Well, Oscar, thank you so much for your time and all the best, of course, with your initiative.